Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I release a legacy video every Friday. Hello everyone, Martin here back with another legacy video, and today I am playing a Past in Flames combo deck in Legacy. So this is what was once called, and I'm going to continue to call it, Ant. The moniker Ant was sort of an abbreviation of ad nauseam tendrils, which is funny because the better and more sort of ad nauseam like ad nauseam deck in Legacy was always the Epic Storm. This was back when like a long time ago when people were playing with different cards and we didn't have Beseech the Mirror and stuff. So I have gotten a little bit of faith back in that this archetype can actually do something in Legacy in 2024. So why is that? Well, I mean, first of all, I think we are both a format that evolves quickly and that also has blind spots. And with by that I mean, so compare Legacy today with Legacy like 10, 12 years ago. Um, the world is a lot of a smaller place, a lot more information is spread a lot more rapidly. So people like share tech a lot more, and that's great, right? That should mean that the cream rises to the top, and the good ideas get sort of uh, like cancel out the bad ideas. But at the same time, I think the pool of players that are like actually playing and innovating Legacy is relatively small, and so the pool of players that are actually like really grinding games with any sort of archetype that is a little bit non-traditional, like any sort of niche combo deck, is an even smaller pool of players, right? And I think of the people that really dug Ant back in 2010, 12, 14, 16, whatever, I think many of those players that are still playing have sort of migrated to Doomsday. Some maybe to the Epic Storm, and some still to something, third. And then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Then like Ant doesn't put up any results. No one plays Ant anymore. Oh, LOL, why would you play like Infernal Tutor in 2024? Blah blah blah. But I think for me, um, it is it has become sort of evident, and I think if I was pressed on it, I would have come to the same conclusion that the combination of Infernal Tutor, Dark Ritual, and Lion's Eye Diamond is still incredibly powerful. This deck, when it sort of is humming, is just a killing machine, and I I love playing with it. I have to say, as much as I do love Doomsday, and I really do love Doomsday, nothing playing Doomsday has ever gotten my juices flowing quite as much as when playing Ant. The sort of mental game of you versus a blue opponent and you needing them to like crack a fetch and cast a spell to like reduce their life total and produce an extra storm for then you to be able to kill them with the lethal tendrils, that like those things, that aspect of the game is just like, oh, it's so good. I love it so much. And I don't think there's another deck in Legacy, or another, I would say, archetype in Legacy that does that, other than Storm. At least I haven't tried it. All right, so I when I started playing Ant again, I initially played the old four color version, so everything but white. Green offers some good alternative sort of sideboard options. Just some good sideboard options. Scratch the alternative. Like Carpet of Flowers, Boseiju slash Abrupt Decay is like really really good versus especially blue white decks that can both like interact on the stack and present like powerful lock pieces post board. And then there's Veil of Summer, right? And I initially thought, well, I mean, it's a no-brainer. You just you stuff for Veil of Summer into Ant, and I did that, and immediately I started noticing that I had awkward. I encountered quite a few awkward situations where, like, my interaction spell would be Veil of Summer and not a discard spell, and so I would need a green mana on the same turn as my combo turn. So I would need green. You always need black because you need to put Infernal Tutor on the stack, and often rituals. And then you also sometimes need red. In fact, quite often you want red because you want to loop your graveyard with Past and Flames. So the need for a tertiary, or I don't know what the four version of tertiary is, quadrutionary. I don't know, but the need for three or even four colors. I guess you can scratch blue on the combo turn, but so the need for a tertiary color is a little bit of a liability. So sometimes you would need to like cast a cantrip. You need a black mana for Dark Ritual, and then also need a green mana for Veil of Summer, and that's a lot to ask. And this just felt a little bit safer. I am quietly a bit concerned about not having Abrupt Decay slash Beseju, those cards in particular, but I'll get back to that. So, a card that I was never that comfortable playing in the old Ant days was the card Burning Wish. But here I have two copies. And the reason for that is, like, there were a couple of reasons. One of them is I don't want to be cold um, to Veil of Summer out of the opponent. Now, Veil of Summer is not played that much, but the decks that do play it in the main deck, I don't know. Like it just rubs me the wrong way to know that I'm just cold to that. Um, and you can somewhat remedy that by having say empty the warrens in the main deck. But here I found a list online that I tweaked a little bit, but that had two copies of Burning Wish, and I think I kind of dig that. It also like lets you both harvest the fruits, but also that can both be a curse and a blessing of having a wish sideboard. So being able to Burning Wish for like Massacre or something can be a really clutch thing to do sometimes. Burning Wish for Meltdown versus Saga decks is certainly not bad. Burning Wish for the eighth discard spell. And then there's also Burning Wish for Peer into the Abyss, something that I didn't have, I've never played with before, and now that I've tested it, it's quite nice. It's quite nice. I also have the copy of Empty the Warrens here to be able to make goblins. What else? So I wanted to also touch, like I've played, I think like 4 or 5 leagues now, and maybe a bit more. And I wanted to just touch on where I think this deck stands in the format. And basically, this deck feels pretty good versus anything blue. That's not to say it's favored versus all blue decks, but it feels like it has a lot of muscle power versus the blue decks, including the tempo decks, including Demir and also Frog Scaminator, like both the tempo and the Scaminator version. Um, I feel pretty good versus any control deck, but I also think that that could be liable to change if the like right now I think Storm is pretty much a non entity in the format, and if it becomes an entity and control decks start like playing multiple like Ether Sworn Canonist, Deafening Silence effects, then it's a different conversation. Um, I think where it's felt the weakest has been versus Eldrazi. Um, that's not to say it feels like you can't beat Eldrazi, but it does feel like that is where the deck is least comfortable to play. And that's I think always been the case really for Ant, was that you really hated playing against Ancient Tomb decks that put Chalice on the of the Void on the stack on like before you got your first turn. sometimes you keep a hand with like mono one drops, and then you've just mulliganed to two, like two lands and five one drops. So, and Eldrazi seems like the best Chalice of the Void deck right now. I've also not had an amazing time versus Moon Stompy, so I think those two archetypes are probably what I would least like to play against. And yeah, so like one final thing I wanted to just touch on for anyone that maybe like me feels sort of reminisce or what's the word, nostalgic for Ant and want to pick this up and give it a try. I want to say this. I'm not trying to big up this deck or like the like what it takes to play it, but just from personal experience, when I picked it up, I threw yeah, like I've already thrown away several like games in the first like 3 4 leagues to play errors slash just like rustiness that I then in subsequent games did not throw away. Um, I when I think back to what like my Magic the Gathering life was like when I really was into Ant, it was back when like before Discord when most communication happened on like MTG the Source, at least for my in my case. And we were like I would say like a good like 10, 12, 15 people that were like playing Ant pseudo religiously, posting daily, tweaking things, making like really like laboring for days over like the 15th sideboard slot or the best way to approach one matchup or whatever. And I put that away and I didn't play the deck for like a good 7 8 years. So picking it up, you're gonna have rust. You're gonna lose margins. You're going to have lost margins that are gonna cost you games. But I think it comes back fairly quickly. But just like be a little bit patient. That is what I want to say. And I think having said all that, I'm going to jump into a league. All right, I'm on the draw versus Magic Dads. An opponent I think always plays Reanimator, and I have a little bit of a weird hand where I can imprint a blue card on the Chrome Box and get cantripping, but I think I'm going to mulligan this. And I'll keep this, and bottom probably Badlands. And looks like opponent is also on 6. There's a Chrome Box. What is getting imprinted here? Oh, so this is not Reanimator. Oh, a Blood Moon. Wow. That's kind of brutal, but it's not a complete deal breaker here. Okay, so I think like they play Vexing Bauble. So if I were to like pass, just play a land drop and pass here, and they play Vexing Bauble next turn, I'm gonna hate my life. So I'm gonna play out the artifacts. I don't think they're gonna have stuff that interacts with them. And then the question is, do I want to like cast a Ponder here off of my only blue source? Um, I think I might just wait a bit. If I were to find like, oh, if I were to draw like a Burning Wish right now, I am going to be a little bit upset that I cast my 0 drops. Okay, so they have another imprint thing, so they're right back up to 3 mana. Fable, sure. So they're Hellbent now. And let's see here. We have some good drops or some good pickups here. Okay. Well, I mean, Infernal Tutor means what? We have, with land drop, we have 2, 3, 6 mana. So we can't really go here. If I were to, like, just pick up a land drop next turn, then I would be able to go ad nauseam. So a land drop or any ritual or any petal or any LED next turn gets me ad nauseam. Let's see here if they found something they like. Ooh, no. That might mean like Chalice of the Void. So we're down to 18 here. I hope they just found like a big dingus that they want to cast, like Cave of Chaos Adventure or something. Oh, another Fable. Okay, yeah, that's also acceptable. Okay, come on. Anything that makes mana here, please. Yes, okay, I'll take it. So let's just make sure that this is the correct move. Um, so we have 6, 7 mana. That's minus the 2 from Infernal Tutor. That's 5 with that Nauseam. We could get Past in Flames, but obviously we have no graveyard, no rituals, so that's no good. So I think we just send it here. Put Infernal Tutor on the stack, maintaining priority, and sack LED for black. So we made our land drop, so we kind of have to get just a little bit lucky and hit one of the 4 remaining, like we have like Chromox and three petals to get things going here. Let's see. There's Infernal Tutor. Brainstorm. Need artifacts here, please. Okay, there's a petal. That's good. But we are not in the clear yet, but that was very important. Burning Wish. Ugh. Okay, land. It's not good. Cabal Ritual. I mean, this just gets us stuck here. We can't actually do anything right now because we made our land drop, so we would need like a Dark Ritual or another Petal / Chromox to even like start putting Cabal Rituals on the stack. And we have Tendrils and Past in Flames as 2 cards that kills us right now because we're at 4 life, but we have to keep going. That was a Ponder. That doesn't do it. And that was, what was that? Another Ponder. Yikes. Okay, so we have 1 Infernal Tutor, 2 Cabal Rituals, and 1 Burning Wish. So that's 2, 4, 6 cards with the Past in Flames and Tendrils. So 6 out of 35 that kill us here. So that's like a bit more than 20%, right? I don't know. Like, I will lose here if I pass the turn. So that's not an option. The only options right now is to like go for 1 more card and hope it's like an artifact. But even then, I would probably need to hit 2, or cast Lotus Petal and cast a Brainstorm and hope that there is like gold in the top 3 cards. I think I'm gonna go for 1 more card. Just make sure I'm not like missing something obvious. Okay, that didn't kill me, but it was a land, so I'm gonna go again. What was that? Okay, that was Dark Ritual. Still doesn't like save us, but it means that if we Brainstorm and hit like a Lion's Eye Diamond plus a Chromox or a Petal, then we win. So we have to stop here. And I think there's just no other play than go for Petal and then cast the Brainstorm. And it has to be Brainstorm. We're not just looking for 1 card here. Okay, that was a Tendrils. And, ooh, we got there. Easy, never didn't have it. Alright, let's put back 2 lands, play a Chromox, imprint the Thoughtseize, cast Dark Ritual, cast the rituals here, the Cabal Rituals. We don't even have to do anything other than just cast the Tendrils from our hand. Cast the LED, cast Tendrils, Storm is 10. Alright, cool beans. So we're up against Moonstompy, a matchup I am not thrilled about facing. So I think we want the Echoing Truth. Maybe we want like Empty the Warrens. And on the draw, I think like Duress is not great. Discard just in general isn't great. I think maybe Duress is better than Thoughtseize because I don't know. Like I guess Duress doesn't take Magus of the Moon, so that is an argument. So I'm not sure if I need to be like wiggling the amount of like Burning Wishes in the main deck because right now, like what Burning Wish does for us is it goes and gets consign to bounce something, or it gets Meltdown to kill a Chalice, I guess. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think this is it. I think on the play, I probably want more discard. I'm also not sure about this Empty the Warrens, but there is something appealing about, like, if they have Blood Moon, to have another sort of business spell. Okay. I mean, I'm going to keep this. If they have Chalice of the Void on one, then it's sad times for all involved. They kept 7, so that's pretty frightening. Another Chrome Mox. Vexing Bauble. Okay. I only have one. Is this also Chalice? Okay, no. Okay. That's good. Like, Vexing Bauble is a pain in the ass. And so that's one thing where, like, learning how to play. I think I'm going to Thoughtseize here. It might be they just have another land, but it might also be that they have some kind of prison piece here. Yeah, Rabble Master. That's not a prison piece, but I'm happy to, that'll like take pressure off here. Hopefully they just draw land. They're passing. We have to be mindful that they could have Mindbreak Trap. That's something that could be there. Ooh, that's very nice. Vexing Bauble means there's a limit to how fresh we can be. Like we only have our land drops as like mana sources here aside from rituals. If they don't put like a Blood Moon effect on the stack here, I think I'm going to fetch Undercity Sewers. Okay, Fable, sure. Although, actually, is that true? Maybe I need red mana for Past in Flames. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to brainstorm end of turn here. And if we're a little bit lucky, we can just make a nice Past in Flames win here. Well, we weren't lucky. But then this isn't terrible either. I can't remember. Is consign 1 blue or blue +1? It's blue +1. We could also probably get towards just Burning Wishing for Peer into the Abyss, right? Okay, let's put back. Let's put back Petal and no, we'll draw the Petal. That can be a storm. Okay, let me see here. Delta means there are 5 cards in the graveyard. Petal would put 6. Dark Ritual 7. So we have 3 plus. That's 5. That's 8. So that's not quite enough. What if we go Infernal Tutor for second Cabal Ritual? We would go Dark Ritual is 5 mana. Infernal Tutor 3 mana. Cabal Ritual 6 mana. Cabal Ritual 9 mana. Burning Wish. But then we would need another mana for next turn. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to sort of bet here that they don't find something nuts on their rummage. They have 2 cards in hand, and what do they do here? They rummage away 1 card. a Pyrogoyf. Okay, we're at 16, about to be 14. And they have 4 mana available. 2 cards in hand. Please not like a Trinisphere. The One Ring, that's also problematic. Yeah, okay, so that means we can't go next turn anyways. And I think I'm just going to take my draw here. I would get Surveil, but I think I might need this to be able to get blue, like the island, basically. Okay, that's good. I might save this for the next turn. No, let's do it now. My biggest concern right now, honestly, is that they make a Chalice for 2. Knowing about all of my 2 drops here, that would just end the game. So let's not have them do that, please. And also not another the One Ring, please. Okay, they get to look at a lot of cards right now, so that's a little bit of a problem. If they have a land drop, I would like it to be an Ancient Tomb. 3 mana on a Blood Moon. There it is. Okay. Gonna fetch. Like, it's not evident that we actually even need it here, and it might even be a world where we would want to have the access of two red mana sources next turn, but let's see. That tapped them out, which is pretty good. Okay, they have 1 extra mana. Okay. So I think my biggest concern right now is clearly Mindbreak Trap. And if they don't have that, then I'm gonna have I'm gonna draw half of my deck. Uh-oh, what's this? Exile Spirit Guide, 3 mana. Another Fable, okay. They have 1 card left. Is it Mindbreak Trap? We'll find out together. Okay. So I'm just gonna start casting spells here. And I'm gonna get a Cabal Ritual cast for Threshold. And then I'm gonna cast Brainstorm. We'll see if they want to Mindbreak Trap that. Oh, that was even better. I'm gonna put back Brainstorm. We aren't gonna be able to cast that anyways. And then one of the zeros, because the other 0 can build Storm. So let's cast this Duress. Okay, they had nothing. So let's cast all the rituals here. And then we have Peer into the Abyss coming with 3 mana floating. I suppose I could also just get... Yeah, let's just do that. I'm just going to get Tendrils of Agony here. And I'm going to cast 1 copy of Tendrils of Agony. So, sorry. No fireworks, no Peer. We just had the deterministic kill. Might as well go for that. Yeah, just click through all of these. And then Tendrils again. Okay, they concede. Sweet. Nice 2-0 against an opponent with Moonstompy. Hey, that's nice. All right, off to round number 2. Okay, really sorry. I somehow managed to not hit record on round number 2. It was against High Tide, and we won 2-0. Wasn't much in those games. Opponent mulliganed to 6 in both games, and we shredded their hand and won pretty easily. Okay, so for round number 3 here, we're on the draw. This hand needs another mana source and an Infernal Tutor or Burning Wish. I think I'm actually going to mulligan this. We don't have a cantrip, we don't have a business spell. Okay, here we have all of that, but no black mana, but I am going to keep Probably, I'll probably get rid of Infernal Tutor here. So if we find black mana, we can add Naws, hopefully, at some point. And if we don't, then like we have Burning Wish. Okay, Urza's Tower. This means it's like a 12 post type deck or Eldrazi, which means I'm probably going to want to play out my Lion's Eye Diamond to not get got by Vexing Bauble. Okay, I'll bottom the Ponder, although that's also a good card, but I want the land here, and I don't want to. Maybe I should have kept the Ponder. I don't know. But we already have like a cantrip. Yeah, man. I don't know. Okay, so another Urza's Tower. Please don't chalice me. Defense Grid. Heyo. Okay. What does that mean? Does that mean it's a Mystic Forge type deck? Or are we getting wheeled here? Looks like we're getting Edge of Autumn. Okay, or Edge of Autumn. Echo Viance. Okay. Glad I played out my LED. They made their land drop, so hopefully they just pass. I mean, that would be kind of nice. And if they do pass, oh no, okay. I suppose that's too much to hope for. They do just pass. Okay, well, I'm going to. All right, so I'm going to play out Polluted Delta and fetch Underground Sea. Because if I do preordain here and I find like 2 cards I want, but I have to sandwich them between turns, I'm don't want to have to shuffle, because I am going to either try and win right now or to duress them. So any tutor here wins the game, but there is no tutor. Bottom these. Petal. Okay, I'm gonna play that out as well. And then I'm going to cast this duress. Okay. So obviously not going to give them the Echo of Eons here. And I think I'm going to take the One Ring from them. Yeah. So they can cast Vexing Bauble, but I already have enough mana, so that is only going to hurt if I draw like duplicates of the ones I have in play. In a couple of turns, they're going to have an army of giant constructs, so hopefully we can find a way to finish the game before then. Guessing this is Vexing Bauble. And they're just passing. I hope that doesn't mean that they drew a Force of Will. Okay, there's Vexing Bauble. Yeah, I'm not thinking that they are playing Force of Will here. That's kind of like, if they end up with drawing an LED, they're going to have to crack their Bauble, I think. It's a second grid? Sure. That is not going to influence this game. All right, come on. Cantrip or tutor? Cantrip or tutor? No. Okay. Well, at least we can, if we get another turn, we can like fetch for Undercity Sewers. We know 2 of their cards, and they're not great. But they're probably instantly great if they get LED. Also, obviously, they don't have to pop their Vexing Bauble to get LED in play if they get one from the Ursa Saga. Okay, please don't have the One Ring here. That would be so annoying. Okay, looks like they don't. Okay. Alright. Undercity Sewers, come on. Big surveil here. Can I draw a cantrip or a tutor? Nope, I cannot. Fuck. Okay, well, we are gonna get we are going to get echoed here. Well, that was frustrating, but I mean, it is what it is. It's not over. We'll see what the wheel gives us. They're making constructs. I'm really happy about that. I don't get that. They prioritize getting the monolith in before. Maybe they have one of those, like something that gives haste. because I'm assuming they're going to wheel here. Wouldn't the two, I guess, 3 mana, including the Urza Saga itself, have been better left unspent? They're passing. I don't believe it. Pass, 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 pass. Well, they passed into their second main, but I mean, what's the holdup here? Okay, never mind. Here we go. That was interesting. Maybe there's a reason for it that I'm not seeing. Well, good news is I have the win if I get the turn, but I'm guessing that I'm not getting the turn. Or that they will do something annoying like Cast of the One Ring, which is going to also effectively mean they get to win. Yep, you have a Manifold Key. Wow, they're passing? Really? Really? Okay. So let's see here. They have... How much mana do they have? They have 3 here. This taps for 3, right? Because this is everything. So they have 6 mana available. So that is actually enough to cast a Force of Will through their 2 defense grids. So probably I should Thoughtseize here. It's a little bit annoying to drop 2 more life with this ad nauseam in mind. Okay. Kozilek's command. Right on. Alright. So runway's clear. I could go Burning Wish for the thing. What's it called? Peer into the Abyss. Let's see here. I have... Make my land drop. So I have 4, 5, 7 with Dark Ritual. 10, 13 with Lines Out Diamonds. So that should... Oh, hang on. Look at me. Look at me. Not remembering how that works. Okay, so I have 10 mana. That's still enough, right? So is it better than just... Actually, I think I'm gonna cast this Brainstorm here and see if I can hit some more rituals. I do hit more rituals. Or 1 more ritual. And let's cast and sack this for black. And get us some pita bread. Peer into the abyss. I'm going to target myself. I'm going to draw 23 cards. Okay. Did I just actually whiff here? I suppose I did need to actually hit Burning Wish or Past in Flames or Tendrils of Agony. So that's kind of disappointing. Let's see here, they have 4 cards, right? And it's some lands. But I'm about to die to this thing. So let's fetch. Cast a bunch of... Damn. This is seriously fucked up. I completely screwed this up. I don't even have a land to fetch? Oh my god. So I'm just dead? Me? How did this happen? Yeah, I guess I am. I didn't count my lands. I messed this up in just a plethora of ways. Okay. I'm going to concede. Okay. I think we want the Echoing Truth. I think we probably want Meltdown. And I don't think we want a lot else. Let's Probably we can cut a couple of discard spells. Like maybe one discard spell, one. Actually, I'll keep a preordain and I'll cut the Chrome Mox just because of Vexing Bauble. Ugh. Maybe I'm supposed to keep Chrome Mox in on the play. I'll keep this and feel like they aren't going to be a Chalice deck, but they are a Vexing Bauble deck. They mulligan to 6. Okay. So my plan here is to cast like preordain off Underground Sea. I'll probably like I'll take any tutor I can get. If I find an LED, I'll play it out. Okay, they're down to 4 cards. Yikes. What are they like? At that point, you start to think: is their deck just sort of crapping on them, or are they like drastically looking for something like, say, Leyland of Sanctity? Okay, they're on 4. Let's cast this Preordain. I don't think we want more of this. Okay, Cabal Ritual is fine. They could also just have LED plus Echo and then like it's a do-over. That's not what appears to be happening. Pretty happy with the duress here. Let's put away a couple of these lands. And then I will fetch the Badlands and cast a duress. Double LED and Glaring Fleshraker. Okay. So they can cast the Fleshraker next turn. And then they can cast an LED and like deal me a damage. There's the Planar Nexus. Oh, the One Ring. That's probably even better. They can't even wait to draw their card. So eager. Draw it before their trigger resolves. Not that it matters. Okay, so if they can win next turn, or rather, like they're going to get a Time Walk here, while I just draw another discard spell, which is not ideal. Let's get rid of Thoughtseize and I guess Scalding Tarn. And I will get Volcanic Island here and cast Preordain. Double LED. I think we need to bottom both of these. Yeah, I mean, sometimes this happens in this deck, which is fairly frustrating. I think our opponent is going to get away with a mulligan to 4 and a win here. Because I don't have confidence that I'm going to top deck something even if I do get my turn here, but we'll see. They have 6 mana to work with and 5 cards in hand. Yeah, okay. I'm almost happy that the Fleshraker came down here and not like another ring. Another Fleshraker, sure. Because their hand is LED and 2 cards we don't know about. I would almost welcome like an Echo of Eons here. If that were to happen, I'm gonna just cast all my rituals. Okay, oh, I hate this. There's so many clicks, so many triggers. I'm at 12. Okay, so need to top deck a win here, and of course I drew a land. I don't see that there's anything. Maybe if they have another ring here, they wouldn't have played it. But they were gonna get to draw 3. Like they were gonna see 4 cards. Okay, well they have 2 lands. 4 cards. And each a colorless spell deals me 2 damage, and functionally I'm at 8 here. Okay, we have Vexing Bauble. That's going to deal me 2. Wait, that dealt me 4. Oh, it's because... Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay, and they also have a ring. Yeah, I missed that. The Flesh Rakers making a colorless token also triggers, so... Okay. Well, that's disappointing, but we move on. Okay, we're on the draw for round number 4. I'm gonna keep this. We get just blown to bits. We get blown to bits by a Chalice on 1 here, but we're also vulnerable to a Wasteland. Okay, so it's not a Stompy deck. It is... Oh, okay. It is a Dimir deck of some sorts, probably, or a Grixis. And not having anything but one single wastable land here is not the best feeling. Okay, I'm gonna take Infernal Tutor as my next draw, and not Duress, and we'll see if I'm not sure if I'm gonna brainstorm away the cards in my hand, or I'm going to Infernal Tutor for a second LED. That's also a possibility. Tameo does Tameo things. Makes a clue. Leaving up the mana here makes me wonder if there is a what's it's called? What's its face? Orcish Bowmaster in my future. I'm gonna pass, and if they flash it in, I'm going to. I guess maybe I just brainstorm right now. Okay. This is not ideal. We can at least do without one of the 3 Duresses. If I get Thoughtseize and they take Infernal Tutor, they'd probably take LED at this point. Having the Tendrils and the Past in Flames, I actually don't hate. Okay, I'm gonna put an Infernal Tutor on top of the deck and we'll see where life takes us. So anything other than Thoughtseize, and I'd rather have another card than the Infernal Tutor. I think I'm gonna play like they don't have it. I'm gonna get under City Sewers here. Thoughtseize into the graveyard. Just looking for rituals and lands here, I think. Guess I'll take another LED. Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, I am gonna cast Preordain first. If they Spell Pierce this, that would be kind of devastating. Bottom the Infernal Tutor. And draw the Bloodstained Mire. And I'm gonna cast a Duress here. I don't think they have Brainstorm, or I think they would have like flipped Tameo already. Okay, so they do have Bowmasters. God, I like playing a deck that can at least somewhat ignore this card. Okay. Daze, Murktide Regent, Fatal Push, and Underground Sea. So we take a Daze. I think we just take their second Daze here. No, I don't think we do that. Never mind. As tempting as that is, I think I would rather have, like, they're going to be able to surveil here. If they do find a Force of Will, I think saving this Duress here is going to be a bit, like, important. Put Murktide into the graveyard. Okay. Wasteland, yeah, Wasteland would be kind of annoying. Alright. Best draw right now is Dark Ritual. They have one card we don't know about. Infernal Tutor. Tell you what, I will cast Infernal Tutor here. I don't mind giving it up for the Daze in their hand. And if it resolves, I'll get another Lion's Eye Diamond. And it just resolved. Not interested in dazing that. All right. Okay, we move into combat. All the clues. That's the underground sea. And they're just cracking clues now. I think I'm happier with them cracking clues than leaving them uncracked. They already made their land drop here, so I guess they wanted to flip Narset or Tamio. That makes sense. I guess I will cast Ponder. Okay. So another wasteland here kind of sucks if we wait a turn, which I think we probably have to. I mean, we do have to, I think. I could start just going dumping LEDs. No, I'm gonna pass here. Ponder is good for them. They can choose to minus Tamio and just get back days and have 2 dazes, which seems pretty strong. Yeah, this feels like it's getting out of my grasp. A wasteland here completely wrecks me. I guess like a wasteland, we dump 3 LEDs, dump Past in Flames. We have 11 mana. We have 6 after Past in Flames is done resolving. But we have to pay for days with 2 of them. But then we have 2 Infernal Tutors in the graveyard. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see here. They chose not to shuffle. Did they find the wasteland? Well, they're moving into combat here. 8 cards in hand. Yeah, they pick up days. Now they have to discard 2 things. Okay, they play Nethergoyf. Never mind. That is what, 3/4? So I am at 3 functionally. What gets discarded here? Okay, so I think I am going to go for it here. They know I have a bunch of these. They probably double daze this. Oh, they didn't. Oh, wow. They have double force. They have drawn a lot of cards, but only cantrip once. I'm surprised this just happened. So if they, for some reason, were to like daze, that's Storm 6. I don't know. I suddenly feel like a lot better here. Okay, they Force of Will. Pitch Murktide. So their hand is Daze, Daze, Fatal Push, and one more thing. Okay, so I mean that happens. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to... We can do 2 things here. We can put Past in Flames on the stack, hold priority, and just sack all of the LEDs. Or we can put Infernal Tutor on the stack, sack all the LEDs, and then either Infernal Tutor resolves, we go get a Thoughtseize, and then we just do it all over again. I think I actually like that more. Okay, let's start sacking here. And I'm gonna sack one of them for red. I guess I don't need to. We just wait here. Like, I think we have them here. They would need to have 2 Force of Wills as their last 2 unknown cards. We know the 2 Dazes and 1 Fatal Push. Very interesting. What did they pitch, by the way? They pitched a Murktide, yeah. Very interesting that they chose to force of will that dress. It almost seems like a power move, like trying to, like they know that if I just take the force of will and know that they only have 2 days left, nothing else is going to happen here. Okay, I'm going to take duress here. And I'm going to cast it. They probably daze here. But it doesn't matter. We have enough mana. Alright, they concede. Good deal. Alright, so this is Demir, not a Scaminator. I don't, or like Reanimator. I don't think they have Entomb when they're playing Nethergoyf. I want Empty the Warrens, even though I know we just saw Tameo. I want the second copy of Tendrils. And I want the 2 Defense Grid. And I think I'm going to cut at Nauseam, because we're bringing in a lot of CMC, and they can push our pressure our life total quite quickly. And so I think we also cut like 2 Preordain, and maybe like the Chromox here. I think maybe I was supposed to cut like Burning Wish, because all Burning Wish does now is either gets us Grape Shot to murder them if our storm is 1,000,000, but then it probably seems like we would be doing something else, or it gets the like bounce spell, or a Thoughtseize, I guess. I left the Thoughtseize in there, right? Yeah. I don't know. This hand doesn't feel great, so I'm gonna mulligan it. Okay, let's keep this. We'll bottom an Infernal Tutor, and we have things to do here, even through Thoughtseize. Like, if I'm them and I Thoughtseize this here, I probably take Brainstorm. Oh, okay, so they have Nethergoyf. Okay, okay. Mishra's Bauble makes sense. Good with Nethergoyf. So they know what we're gonna draw here. I like being able to fetch the basics here. Ooh, I also like Dark Ritual a lot. So we could just like YOLO it for an Empty the Warrens here, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm also, I think, not gonna play around Orcish Bowmasters right now. Now would have been the time to do it before their turn then. Like just cast Brainstorm. Another Nethergoyf. Okay, they're not even bothered. My bet is they have Consign to Memory and or Force of Will in hand. Okay. I'm going to take 2. We can afford to take 2 for a little bit. And Hill Spellbomb. Okay, so I don't no longer think they have the thing. Consign. Okay. Do I just make a bunch of goblins here? I think I do. But it, like, if they have a daze plus something, then it sucks. If they cast a spell here, then that doesn't suck. Force of Will plus Nethergoyf. They can't cantrip with their Spellbomb right now. But if I take the Nethergoyf, that grows the other 2 Nethergoyfs. So let's see here. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have 10 goblins. I think I take the Nethergoyf. So let's see. If I do that, then I attack with 10. They eat 2. They go to 12. I attack with 8. They eat 2. They take 6. They go to 6. I attack with 6. They eat 2. They take 4. They go to 2. And then they die. But that kind of means they can't like draw anything else. Screw that. I'm going to take the Force of Will, and I'm actually going to pass here and aim for something greater. They get to Surveil here, and they can like at will draw that card. They put it on top of their deck. Could mean that it's a Thoughtseize, could mean that it's a Force of Will, and they also drew a blue card. but they can't play the Nether Goyf in their hand and keep up the Nihil Spellbomb, which is interesting. Yeah, I wonder if I messed that up. I didn't see the math working out with the 10 Goblin empty the warrens. And here I get Undercity Sewers. Would love to see, yeah, Dark Ritual. I'll take it. Okay, so I'm gonna cast a Dark Ritual, and then I'm gonna cast a Brainstorm. I'd love to find a discard spell. Ooh, this is also pretty nice. Let's see here. So if I go Infernal Tutor, reveal Dark Ritual, that takes me up to, so 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. I think we put back Brainstorm and Tendrils of Agony. And so if they have Daze, this is a way that they get to daze us. Oh, maybe that was a punt because they, yeah, I think maybe I wasn't supposed to like put away the tendrils. Ugh. What happens if I go Dark Ritual? That's 5 mana. Then Infernal Tutor, reveal Cabal Ritual. 5 becomes 3 mana. And then they nuke my graveyard. So I have 3. That becomes 4. Becomes 5 with the 2 Cabal Rituals. 8 with LED. Storm is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Ah. And tell you what, they probably have that stupid consign to memory. All right, I've just decided I'm not going to play around the days. I'm going to reveal Dark Ritual here. Or actually, I'm going to reveal the LED. And I'm going to play it. I'm going to cast Dark Ritual. I hope they don't daze this. Okay, I'm going to cast Cabal Ritual now. This is when you nuke my graveyard if you were planning to do so. And if they just let this happen, I'm going to get Burning Wish. So, okay, I'm going to get Burning Wish, and I'm going to cast it and sack LED for black. Oh, hang on. I said black. And then we'll see. If you have Force of Will, then obviously this is when you do it. So they didn't have that. I'm getting Peer into the Abyss. I'm going to cast it, float a black mana. I'm going to target myself. And then, because I think they have Consign to Memory then. If they have Orcish Bowmasters, this is going to look amazing. Okay. And that should do it for us here. I guess, like, the thing is they can just hide that thing. But I think I drew a defense grid, right? And I could also just, like, I think I have enough mana here that I could both, like, go for Empty the Warrens and then Tendrils. Let's start casting some rituals. Yeah. They can't nuke the graveyard because they know if they do, then I just discard their Consign to Memory. But, fortunately for them, it's not going to work out. I think I just, like, we have it won several ways here. I'm just going to play it safe and play the defense grid. And there is, I believe, no way around this. Even if they, like, let's say they had Consign to Memory in hand and one hiding on top of their deck, then they don't have the mana to both, like, draw a card with Spellbomb and cast consign twice. Okay, so they nuke this graveyard. I'm guessing they will consign this, the defense grid, I mean. Yep. And yeah, let's just duress them for good measure. Let's drill the 10s. And I don't think I showed them empty, so that's hopefully safe for next game. The tricky on the play or on the draw game 3 versus tempo. Oh, never mind. Ha! I got my wires mixed. This was game 2 and I won game 1. Yeah, never mind. All right, cool. 3-1. Let's go for round number 5. All right, on the play for round number 5. Let's go. Yeah, man, this looks good. Let's do it. I'm gonna lead with Underground Sea into Thoughtseize here because you never know when some monster is gonna try and whack you in Legacy. Okay, kind of sad to see the Wasteland, but it is what it is. They they don't have a blue card for the Force of Will, but I think we still take that. So it's sort of like the TK Strachan type Beanstalk control, like tempo control. Yep. When in doubt, Wasteland. But okay, like we have Preordained to find a black mana, or even better, we have Ponder. I think I'm gonna lead off with Preordain. Bottom of these two. We want lands. Okay, another Preordain, huh? If they have Wasteland 2 here, I'm dead. Okay, thankfully they didn't. Okay. I think I'm gonna Ponder here looking for a land that digs deeper. Yeah, this doesn't work. Damn. Like, we can take the pedal, but, like, we're not going anywhere with it. Okay. Thankfully, we found a swamp. Alright, let's pass. Misty Rainforest. Are they beanstalking or bowmastering? Looks like they're beanstalking. Bubba beans. Okay. Alright. Let's cast Preordain. I'd love to find LED here. We do. Let's bottom the land and top the LED. So they don't have something like a daze up there. They've just F6'd. They don't have nothing. Murktide Région. Alright, let's I don't know, take the beanstalk, I guess. And we just get to do all the things here. Okay, let's get past in Fuego. And no need to float the red mana for Burning Wish because we have the Infernal Tutor. So we have to concern ourselves with the sort of hate pieces that come out of white. We have to concern ourselves with Veil of Summer, and that's probably it. So I think we want Defense Grid, and I think Massacre is not like unreasonable. And what about Dress Down and Echoing Truth? Maybe that it's starting to become like a bit of an overboard here. That's quite a bit of CMC that comes in here with regards to Ad Naus. Let's cut a couple of preordain and maybe cut like one burning wish. We need a burning wish because if they have Veil of Summer, we need to be able to get Grape Shot. Maybe cut a Cabal Red and a Chrome Mox. Just slow things down ever so slightly. And maybe just one dress down. So one dress down, one echoing truth. We don't even know that we're gonna need dress down, but they could have Lavinia. She's the main reason I think to bring in dress down here. Also, like dress down plus defense grid are kind of anti-synergistic. Oof, unfortunately, we can't keep this. No lands. We can keep this. And I think we bottom dress down. They liked the 7 they found. Just one thing I don't want to see here is turn 1 Deafening Silence out of the blue deck. Looks like we're not having it. Fence grid, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna just bite the bullet here on the Undercity Sewers. And I'll probably put Burning Wish into the graveyard. Yeah, would like not to get wastelanded. This is beans. Oh, it's frog. Okay. All right. I think I probably cantrip and then like discard them here rather than elbow tap the defense grid. I think I take a land and not the ponder. All right. Let's discard them while they don't have Veil of Summer mana up. We can take like a Consigned Memory here, or there's new play pattern in Legacy with Consigned Memory, which is like if they force here, then I'm certain they have Consign. Oh, the Leyline Binding is no bueno with Defense Grid. That's not good for me. They don't have white mana right now, but sure they'll get there. I think I take Brainstorm. And I pass. They'll wasteland me here. Oh, Beanstalk. Beans. They will still wasteland me. Because they can't, like, even if they hit up a plains, they can't hit an untapped plains, I think, that lets them, like, Leyline Binding for 1 mana. Oh, they discarded the Leyline Binding. How about that? Why do they still have Plow in this deck? Probably, I guess, for Xantid Swarm. I'm very happy about the discard the Leyline Binding here. So they are going to. They probably will Force of Will Defense Grid. They certainly will, just a cantrip. I don't think I want these. So I'm going to shuffle. I'll take another land. So I'm going to get another Underground Sea here, and I'm going to dress the Force of Will. I don't know that they would, like, just cycle the Smirktide Regent, which is essentially what it would be. Okay, they discard the Forceful. That makes sense. So this is a bit of a problem. We're going to lose quickly to their clock here. They can make a 5/5 Murktide, and that cantrips, and so they beat me down to 12, and then they have like 9 damage on the stack next turn in comp. Well, not on stack, but like 9 damage on the face up, and if they hit any more like spells, they can start discarding. They put +1/+1 counters. Doing what? They discard Misty and they activate. Oh, was this just now? Was this another Leyline Binding they found? Yeah, okay, it was. Okay, so it's a 6/6. Okay, so I am actually just dead now. Yowzas. Okay, so I need to hit like some good cards here. That's not it. Okay, I think I need to hit like Brainstorm, and Brainstorm needs to save me. Mm, that's not it. Yeah, okay. We go to game number 3. Wow, they had the leyline bindings. That's so bad for defense grid purposes, but I still think I probably resubmit this. Maybe the massacre, like massacre, kind of felt like unnecessary in this game. Maybe we board out a massacre and we board back in what? I kind of feel like it maybe empty the warrens is actually worth having in the main deck. Okay, I'll take this. And I'm just gonna ponder here. And I'm gonna ponder off of a non-basic, and if they want to like take like the turn over again, then that's fine. Okay, I kind of want all of these cards. I'm gonna stack them like this. So I draw the Dark Ritual, and then the Ponder, and then the Cabal Ritual. Okay, Flooded Strand. So I am gonna ponder here. Hopefully it doesn't get like Spell Pierce. That would be terrible. This is also not great. Second Thoughtseize might be worth it. I'm gonna pass here and like get Surveil action going, I think. And also not like Thoughtseize into Veil of Summer if I don't have to. But yeah, would be kind of upset for them to drop like a prison piece here, and I'm kind of concerned now because they fetched Tundra, and they're brainstorming here, kind of indicating that they want to use their 2 mana on this next turn. So it could be Lavinia, in which case my hand just crumbles. Okay, looks like they're passing. Put Swamp into the graveyard. Draw Defense Grid. So how about if I Thoughtseize? Then they can veil that, which would be annoying. But if they don't, then Thoughtseize into... Okay. So I think I take Consigned Memory here. And then I kind of force them to play Orcish Bowmasters. Yeah, no leyline binding in their hand. Okay, let's get Volcanic Island. I guess they could brainstorm instead. Look for a Force of Will or another Consign. It took me like, I think a decade of owning this card before I realized that the flavor text has something to do with, with goblins. Yeah, opponent brainstorms. Okay. We've managed to keep the goblins in their assigned areas, but there's little we can do about the smell. That's awesome. But yeah, this is probably my least favorite place to be with the deck, is when I'm sitting on just mana and no cantrips and no business. Okay, let's see. Did they find something? Okay, Defense Grid is in. It might mean that they found Leyline Binding and are just happy with that. And now they can like cast Leyline Binding for 2 mana right now. If they fetch a green source, they can cast it for 1 mana. We'll see. Be a really strong play for them to go like up the beanstalk and then Leyline Binding for 1 mana. There's the green. Yeah, I think that is what... Oh, Teferi. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, if Teferi can quote unquote cycle and bounce this defense grid, then I can like play the turnover. If I get a business spell right now, that'll be so good. Well, guess I'll take a ponder. I think I'm gonna lead with replaying the defense grid. They can force it if they found one. They did, it would appear. Force pitch Murktide. So their hand we know. No, we don't know. They have a card we don't know about. Alright. Let's find an Infernal Tutor, please. And thank you. Yay! Do I want to play around stuff? I don't think so. And I think we just have the lethal because they have cast a spell as well. I don't think it matters actually because we have double LED. Alright, let's sack this for black. And get tendrils. And put 9 copies of tendrils on the stack, targeting them. Oh, hang on. No, no, no! I changed the target? What the fuck? Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, well, I mean, I guess I lose then. That's never happened to me. Not once playing Storm for 1,000 years. How lame. Okay. I'm just gonna concede here. I'm gonna do something that I never do, which is I'm actually gonna record this as a win for me. I never, like, if I crash in game 3 and I don't recover or whatever, I don't record. But this is, I mean, you saw it, right? I guess they could have Mindbreak Trap, but I don't believe they have. They have F6 through this. All right, screw this. What an absolute catastrophe. And like, it wouldn't let me, like, undo. All right, Serenity now. But that was pretty cool, though. I mean, the league in itself, up until that point. All right, well, still just coming down off of what just happened. Um, but I think that was pretty satisfying. The whole league. It sucked losing to that uh, the One Ring Eldrazi 12 post deck, and I think I miscalculated in game 1 and paid the price. And I don't feel too down about that loss, but it is what it is. And then we beat Moonstomp, which I'm really pleased with. We beat the High Tide deck that I unfortunately weren't recording for. Then we beat like Demir Tempo, which always feels great, and we won in quotation marks against this deck, the 4-color Beanstalk. So all in all, a good day at the office. I feel I'm like it's not I'm not gonna play Doomsday. I'm gonna be recording with Doomsday for my next video. But this does, like, I am pleasantly surprised at how I feel like Ant is performing and how it feels to play it. And yeah, I mean, I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear if you kind of get where I'm coming from, or if you completely disagree. That's would be very interesting. So leave a comment, do the YouTube stuff, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you here, and I'll be back with some more Legacy. Bye bye.